night, and welcome to this general reading for all signs for today, December the 26th, 2023. Happy Boxing Day. I hope you all had a wonderful Yule holiday, whatever you celebrate. Today we are reading with this gorgeous Tarot Noir, and we're going to purify with this beautiful Vervain. I love to spray Van and cologne instead of burning smudge, and it works just as well if you ask me. You can find information about purchasing each of these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. And we are streaming live here on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Heather, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, Heather and Dre. And thank you to everybody for joining us today for this general reading for all signs. Does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem to apply to you personally, just disregard it because it's probably not meant for you. In that case, check out the zodiacal readings for your own individual sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. We have 2-week readings for each of those signs, and you can find the most recent restream on the website arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link right in the main menu. I don't read with card reversals. I like to just mention that occasionally in case you feel a little bit taken aback when you see me flipping cards right side up. It's just how I like reading the tarot cards. If you'd like to give us the channel some support, you can donate by going to paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga. That's paypal.me/Ariel Gatoga. If you're watching on YouTube, you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation right on the platform. You can also support us by visiting the shop. That's an affiliate store at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com, where we make a small commission off of each and every sale. I'm so grateful to be here today, and I'm grateful that you have joined us. And I'm going to just shuffle this maybe 2 or 3 more times. As you can see, this deck doesn't like to be riffle shuffled, so I'm doing my best at hand over hand shuffling. I'm getting better at this. I don't know how, because I've been reading the cards for what, 40 years or something, 50 years maybe, and well, no, not 50, more like 48 years, and I've never been very good at the hand over hand thing, but I am getting better. So it just goes to show you that no matter how old you are, you can always improve. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. Let's see what's in the cards for everybody. We've got, oh, not Le Batailleur. Okay, well, that's all right. Well, it's coming out, and it makes sense because it was just Christmas. But this is the Magician card. This is the Sun card. Yay! And this is the Star card. Wow, what a beautiful reading for today. Gorgeous reading. Yesterday, or I don't know if this was yesterday, but in the past, in the recent past, where you're coming from, you haven't felt comfortable being yourself. So that might be that you've been around family, I don't know. But whatever this is, you haven't felt comfortable being yourself, and you've maybe felt like the safest response to that fear would be to kind of put out an image that you hoped people liked because you didn't want them to see the real you. And that's such a horrible place to be. It really is. I don't think you're there anymore, but just realize that the reason why it's in the reading probably is just to remind you that the universe knows how challenging it is to be yourself around certain people. It knows how scary it is to just be who you are and let people like you or not. But that it's better for you, it's healthier for you to just be yourself. And if people don't like you, do your best to not be around those people if you can at all help it. All right, but it looks like that's passed away or passing away, and you're moving into this solar light experience, which is wonderful because that solar light loves you just the way you are. In fact, that's the only way it knows you. So the solar light is that light, that energy, that power that emanates off of sphere number 6 on the Hermetic Tree of Life. And it's symbolized by our sun. And it has the power to reorder everything in your life so that it conforms to the divine design. And the divine design is that which you were created to be, not this, not the concoction that you have thought you had to come up with in order to just survive so that people, are not as, mean to you or whatever. But the solar light doesn't see you that way. The solar light sees you as you are. And if you can, instead of trying to figure out for yourself how to protect yourself from these people that you feel like don't like you the way you are, or you don't feel safe being yourself around them, if you let the solar light take care of that for you, it has a different way of handling it than the way you are handling it. And for many of you, that's already happening on some level or another, even if you don't call it the solar light. Now, if you want to work directly with the solar light as the solar light, I have 2 solar light meditations that you can find on my YouTube channel. They're both very brief. It's just that one is a little bit longer than the other. But you can learn that whole process and do it yourself and run that energy as frequently as you can. And you're going to be less prone to feel like you have to be a less authentic part of yourself, a version of yourself, in order to feel safe in the world. And I don't want you to feel bad about this magician energy. Don't feel bad. Everybody knows what that's like, where you don't feel safe being yourself, so you have to, put a different sort of persona on in order to feel safe being around people. That's understandable, and you have to do what you have to do in those situations. It's just that it can take such a toll on your own emotions, that you don't feel like it's safe to be yourself around certain people. So if you let that solar light take care of that for you, you'll start to notice that things in your life start to reorder. So you don't have to do this anymore. You don't feel like you have to be inauthentic in order to feel safe. In fact, this star card is divine grace. The divine grace of the star goddess is such that you see how she's pouring this. This is a very traditional symbol here. She's pouring one pitcher into the river, which is your deep mind, and one pitcher onto dry land, which is your circumstances. And she's handling it all. She's saying, I can go into your past. I can go into the depths of your consciousness and heal you so that the consequences from any of this are undone. Isn't that amazing? And she takes everything out of the law of cause and effect for you, because you don't need it anymore. You don't need to have things be manifest that are negative, because all you need is her divine grace to undo all of that. And it's not that she's defying the law of cause and effect. It's that she is bringing your causation up to a different level, to a different vibrational frequency, so that the old manifestations that you're used to having to fight against and maybe not feel so safe about being yourself around are undone. And you have new consequences, new manifestations, new wonderful ways of being that completely support who you are, rather than you feeling like, oh, I'm not safe being who I am. I have to put out a different version of me so that I'm safe and I won't be attacked, or whatever it is, right? So she understands. She's your divine mother. She's the divine star goddess. And she, if you allow her to, will handle all of that for you. So you've got 2 mighty, mighty helpers here. And you can listen to my meditation called Receiving the Grace of the Star Goddess. It's based on this star card. And you can also listen to that, to the meditation called the solar light meditation. And then I do have one also for this magician card that you may want to listen to as well, since these are all trump cards. It's a very powerful day for many of you. The magician meditation is called Letting Go of Others' Opinions. Wouldn't that be nice? It's like, what you think of me is none of my business. It's easier to say than to do. But you can do it. All right, let's get in a little deeper here. Go into the deep end. 2, 4, 6, 8 of coins. Yay. This is the 4 of cups. Yahoo. And the 2 of swords. Wow. Nice. Very good. Okay. I don't always love 2s and I don't always love swords, but for some reason when the 2 and the sword comes together, it's kind of nice because it gets you focused. It tends to focus the mind. It tends to get you really honed in on and concentrated on things, and not be all over the place, not be so distracted. And so there's always this encouragement when you have this 2 of swords to be involved in some sort of daily meditation. And you knew that I was coming up with another meditation of mine, right? Because it just seems to be the trend today. I do have a meditation that you might want to listen to called the Magic Minute. And you can learn how to do that meditation on your own. The video is maybe 3 or 4 minutes long, I think. I don't think it's very long at all. And you can learn how to do this meditation and do it every day. Do it every day in some form or another to focus your mind, because the more focused your mind is, the more that you can receive the assistance that's there for you. Because remember, all this assistance that is there for you comes through you, not at you. It has to come through you. So the more focused your mind is, the more usable your mind is to this power of the star goddess to do for you all that she can do for you. And the same thing goes with the solar light. It can do more through you than it can do to you. So you want that solar light to lift you out of things and to reorder things. We want that star goddess to come in and heal your past and heal your manifestations. And the way that they can best do that is if you can keep your mind focused. Keep your mind focused on the good rather than letting it always dwell on the negative. Because then when it's dwelling on the negative, that's just an old habit. But then you feel like you've got to protect yourself. You've got to do things. You've got to tap dance. You've got to make people like you. You've got to do all this stuff. And that's just such a burden. And it never seems to really work out for you the way you want it to. I understand. We all go through this. So the more focused you are, the more you can commit to that sort of daily spiritual practice, that daily meditation, the easier it is for the spiritual forces that are there for you to carry you, to help you, to do for you what you can't do for yourself. That's a pretty good deal. I focus my mind and everything else is taken care of for me. Woo, yay. That's not a bad deal at all. All right, so this is the 4 of Cups, and that's talking about you guessed it, daily spiritual practice. It's talking about a daily spiritual practice. So you've got a daily spiritual practice here and here, lots of assistance, lots of help coming and really bringing miracles and renewal and refreshing your life, and literally a whole new lease on life. The page is turned on the past, and you don't have to live like you used to live anymore. Isn't that wonderful? You are free from that. Now, this 8 of Coins is saying that many of you recently have made that choice on some level or another when you noticed what you were going through with whatever this Magician card happens to represent for you personally. You made some sort of a choice that there's got to be a better way than this. There's got to be a better way. I have got to be able to have power to change things. I've got to have power to change things that comes from within me and is not dependent on all these people that I can't seem to depend on. And just that consideration, just that decision that I'm going to find a better way to do this was all that it took for all of these very potent spiritual powers to come forth and say yes, and we are here to help. Focus your mind. Get involved with a daily spiritual practice so that we have an infrastructure to work through, and we'll take care of all of it for you. Why? Because we love you, because that's what we're here for. You didn't know you were that supported, perhaps. You didn't know that there were so many forces in the universe that are on your side, that are constantly there waiting for you to let them in. And now that you're letting them in, you can just sit back and watch them do their powerful work, and all you have to do is keep your mind focused and stayed on that which is good. So it's keeping that attitude up, and it's not a false attitude. It's not so much like what many of you felt like you've had to do to other people. It's a positive version of the Magician card that we call fake it till you make it. Right? Act as if you're happy. Act as if everything's working out for you. Act as if you're safe and protected. All of those things, just to keep your mind focused. And then you can focus your mind even more through spiritual practice and meditation. And boy, with all of that, you have nothing more to do. And everything that needs to be done on your behalf has all the infrastructure it needs to manifest, because you've given your mind you've given them that focused mind. You've given those spiritual forces that intention, that focused mind, that willingness to be healed and to be protected and to have things work out for you and to succeed. So get ready for all kinds of wonderful miracles as you keep your mind focused, because they aren't even started yet. Things are looking better for many of you, but you have no idea of the massive potency of these forces once you let them in and you focus your mind so that they have that to work with. You're doing so well. I'm so happy for you. What a beautiful reading. And we will see everybody tomorrow for another general reading. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to the lovely Heather and the lovely Dre. And we will see everybody tomorrow. Blessed be.